Namaste and welcome to the second part of this letting go yoga practice. It might be that you're coming to this individually as a standalone, welcome. Or it might be that you've just done the breathing practice. Please go back to do it if you suddenly think, oh, I wouldn't mind doing that. And welcome to you as well. So in this letting go, I want you to think about the breath exhaling and leaving you with everything that you don't want to hold on to, okay? And there's a sense of vision. It's almost as if, recently we've had very windy days. So we think about the wind blowing the clouds away. And when it blows the clouds away, what happens the next day? You get a really sunny day because there's nothing obscuring what is present and what is there. And that's what we want to do. We want to use our breath to blow away and push out without force, just intention, what it is that's obscuring our reality. So let us begin in a comfortable seat, sitting cross-legged, Sukhasana. So we're not in lotus where we've got a leg on the hip or anything. We're just in a simple cross-legged position. Release the flesh away from your sitting bones and sit up really, really tall. Take a minute as you come onto your mat to just set an intention. So I don't mind where your hands are as long as you have space and you're open and you're not crossed over with the upper body. And here, just close the eyes, sit up tall, roll the shoulders back, find length through the spine, and just ensure that you have a sense of clarity by choosing to have clarity with your breath. So breathing in deeply and completely. And then exhaling however you wish in this moment. And so why have you come to practice today? Why have you come onto the mat? What would you like to gain, receive, or even give to your practice? Never mind gain from your practice. What's your intention, your sankalpa, your reason for being here right now? Take a moment just to set that. And then place that sankalpa. Mine today is to serve you as graciously as I can with joy and love. Placing it somewhere that you can come back to throughout your practice if you suddenly feel challenged or caught in breath or an emotion takes over. Come back to your intention, your reason for being here, and let that guide and hold you with strength and love. Let's bring the hands into heart center, sitting up tall. Eyes remain closed and we will chant together one Om to open our practice. Take a deep breath in to prepare. On your next breath, just gently ease open your eyes. Namaste and welcome one and all. We're going to come into a twist, cross-leg twist. We're going to change the cross of the legs just to give the hips a bit of balance here. So as you find your seat once again, release the flesh away from the sitting bones. We take your right hand behind you wherever it can, and if you want an idea, think of your hip and think of a diagonal past your hip, behind your hip. And then take the hand here, roll that shoulder back on the right side, left arm reaches up, take it across the belly button and the heart and place it on the outer knee. Now lift your belly, lift your heart, and I want you to keep your left hip back because your left hip's going to want to shift forwards. Keep your left hip back and move from the belly button and that right rib cage. Left hip back and move from the belly button above and the rib cage. Take a deep breath in where you are, shoulders down, and as you exhale, can you keep looking forwards as you twist through the rib cage. There's a natural tendency to yank our head behind us and think that we're really twisting when our head is further than our spine. Remember, they're connected. So when you've found that place of, okay, yep, your head will naturally want to go with you. Keep that left hip back and allow the head to just twist where the vertebra goes. And this right hand can go further behind. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, twist. Now draw your belly in, draw your belly in, draw your belly in. Oh, that feels good. Exhale. One more breath, using your left hand on your thigh, taking it to wherever you wish to really lever you round. And as you lever around, draw that left hip back, draw that right rib cage round. Exhale, exhale, belly in, exhale. And bring yourself back to center. Good. Neutralize the spine, just do a little rounded back here. Drop the head, relax the shoulders, belly in, rib cage in, heart in. And then uncurl lower back, middle back and upper back. Roll the shoulders back and down, sit up nice and tall. Lovely. Left hand, it goes behind, diagonal to that left hip. Right hand up to the sky, find that length and then reach it across, take it to the outer thigh, lift the heart and the belly and that right hip, draw it back. That left rib cage, wrap it around, belly button in. When you draw the belly button in, you really compress into the lower back and give yourself length and space to rotate, okay? So you can take a deep breath in now. And as you exhale, compress the belly so that you can twist and you can let go of any emotions that you just don't want right now. Or maybe you remember some emotions that you had yesterday or the day before. Release them. This is the time. Take a deep breath in and twist. You can take that left hand further behind if it's serving you now. Right hand goes wherever you wish. Take a big breath in, draw the belly in, twist from the left rib cage, draw the right hip back and twist and twist. Remember that head, don't yank it around. Let it go with the vertebra spine. One more breath, inhale. One more breath, exhale. And then let's bring everything back to neutral. Gentle hold on to the knees, belly in, rib cage in, heart in. Can you round the upper back, relax the shoulders and just pull back a little bit here. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to uncurl, keep the head under, lower back, middle back, upper back, sitting up tall, shoulders roll back and down. Let the chest puff out. You really want to it's like a gentle back bend, but more of a hard opener here. We spend so much time closed in. So giving yourself space, or just do something if you wish that allows you to really celebrate that openness. We're going to come forwards into a forward fold with our legs crossed. It's going to ease into the hips and into the lower back, but I want you to avoid thinking about just, I'm going to go to the floor. You don't have to go to the floor. What I'd like you to think about is the intention of a long spine, hips drawing back and your heart open. So you're leading with your heart forwards. Now, blocks can be very useful here. Maybe you don't have a block, doesn't matter, grab a book. A book here or a block will allow you to keep the spine long, putting it in front of you, okay? So if you place it right in front and put your hands on it, you're going to be able to maintain that spine length. Take a deep breath in here. Flex the feet, connect to the joints of the ankles and the knees, and exhale to come forward. Your arms will just slide forwards to wherever you want, whether you have a block or not. Shoulders will be down, heart will be open, and all you're thinking about is the length of your spine, the releasing and letting go of the hips, the sensation in the lower back, the release of the neck as you weave it from left to right, and you want to avoid a rounded back here, okay? So we're going to breathe in again, inhale. Maybe you slide a little further forwards to exhale. And as you go further and deeper into your practice here, you'll notice your back starts to gently curve, and that's okay because you're coming into the natural curve of the spine. So for those of you who feel that you can come down to the floor, you're going to do that. For those who find that they're kind of in themselves, all bunched up, that isn't for you. Stay open and long. So let's take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more, letting go. I want you to expand as the inhale. And and let go on the exhale. Good. So let's drop our head and walk the hands back, whether you're on a block or not. Lifting up. And just take a minute to bend the elbows and imagine you're pushing something behind you back, so the chest comes forwards. The shoulder blades come towards the back of the heart. Take another breath, inhale. Exhale, push back, push back, push back. And then release here. Good. Now, Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together here. So we're bringing the soles of the feet together. Is there something you need to do just to release your knees and your ankles and your feet? Please take a minute to do that. That's it. And then bring the soles of the feet together here. Strap. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. Use a belt, use a towel. With a strap, we're going to place it underneath the knife edge of the feet and use it to gently assist us here. Little butterflies as the knees draw out left and right. If you have absolutely nothing available, no prop to hold on to, no problem. Just hold on to the feet, but make sure you're not pulling up the feet at the same time. Okay? So here, roll the shoulders back, nice deep breath in. And we're going to place the elbows and the forearms gently onto the thighs. Don't worry about where the knees go to. Don't worry about if you're up here and it just feels like Just find space and let go of any resistance that's causing you to think that you're not good enough in this pose, because you are. Okay? So a nice deep breath in, knees dart out. Good. And then open your feet. So you're going to release the strap or hold, and you're going to open your feet like you're looking at a book. Yeah? Reading a book. Hello. What's the story today? And then bring it back together where you can. Hold on to your strap once again. And we're taking the elbows and the forearms in front now. You're going with the next 4 breaths to wherever is comfortable for you. I don't want you to force or push this. It doesn't make you good or bad if your forehead can touch your toes. It's just where your body is, okay? So listen to the hips, listen to the knees, listen to the lower back, and take a deep breath in. And if you're able to just hinge a little further, can you avoid yanking with your head and your shoulders? Keep your tips of the ears over your shoulders, your spine, your shoulders over your hips if it's possible, and find the length and hinge forwards rather than yank yourself round and down. So let's take another breath, inhale, and exhale. And one more breath, inhale. Wherever you go is where you're meant to be. And then uncurl the body up. Take a moment just to gently press into the hips with your elbows. Maybe a little massage into the area of the groin, the inner thighs. That's it. Lovely. And then release and bring the legs up here. We're going to come into straight legs, Paschimottanasana. So here, extend your legs, release the flesh away from your sitting bones here, and flex your feet. Your legs are hip width apart. Good. It might be that you want your strap or your band or whatever it is that you've got supporting you, okay? And if you do, you're going to place it by your feet around here. Hands underneath your shoulders, fingers face forwards, elbows back. Working on posture here. Really lovely way to lengthen the spine, especially if you find yourself kind of doing this with gravity more often than not. So we practice that long spine, belly in, rib cage where it's comfortable, shoulders back and down, elbows back, and just lead with your heart. Heels press away, back of the legs like they're drawing to the front of your mat. Can we take 2 complete breaths here? Inhale, exhale, and then one more breath, inhale. Heart open, shoulder blades, drawing together, shoulders down. We're going to release here. Take your strap or whatever prop you've got and place it around the soles of your feet. Hold on where it's comfortable. Take a deep breath in And as you exhale, can you hinge forward? There's a natural tendency to kind of, I've got to get to my toes. You don't. You're thinking about the length of your spine, and some of you, to release your hips and lower back, might wish to bend your knees, and that will give you more space to come forwards. So hold your strap so that it helps you. Take a deep breath in, and then forward fold just to where you can. If you've got a massive gap here, I want you to bend your knees and see how you can get your chest and belly resting on the thighs, yeah, like so. Until you're able to get the chest and the belly to rest on the thighs in straight legs. That will come in time, so please be patient. Now release the strap for those of you who have a full leg forward fold, and take the two peace fingers, first finger, second finger, wrap them around the big toes, elbows are out. If you do not have straight legs and your chest and belly are not touching the thigh, please keep your knees bent and keep the strap, okay? Take a deep breath in, and exhale the body forwards and down, just to where it can. Breathe. Find the length in the spine by just drawing the chin towards the instep of the feet. And take one more complete breath. Inhale. Keep folding, keep folding, keep folding. And then release the hold, whether it's strap or hands, and uncurl the body. Good. Do anything you need to do for this moment. And here we're going to take the hands and place them over our chest. Yep, so they'll be crossed like this over the chest. And then from here, as we flex the feet, and if you need to bend your knees, please do so. If you're nursing a lower back and your core's not feeling very strong today, please bend your knees, okay, as much as you need to, whether the feet are flat or whether the heels are digging in. So from here, you're going to cross your hands over your shoulders here and hinge gently back. Now, you'll only hinge back to where your core can hold you. So I want you to hinge to where you engage the belly in and up and breathe. So if you've got straight legs, if you've got bent knees, you're doing the same thing, breathing. Good. Take another breath, inhale. And another breath, exhale. And then take a breath in, scoop the pelvis to round the back, and just draw yourself in as much as you can into forward fold. Release the hands and really allow yourself to just come forward. Uncurl from the lower back, uncurl from the middle back, uncurl from the upper back, roll the shoulders back and down. And if you straightened your legs because they were bent, go back to your bent knees, okay? Otherwise, straight legs. Hands on top, change the cross on the shoulders, and when you're ready, sit up as tall as you can and hinge back. Hinge back. Oh, hinge back. Keep going to where it feels like, oh, the core is going. Maybe there's even a sensation going on. Breathe. You should have no pain in the lower back, okay? If there's pain in the lower back, bend your knees more or come out a little more. Take another breath in, and then you're going to scoop the pelvis, belly in, belly in, belly in, and roll into yourself, stretching through the upper back. Release the hands behind you and forward fold. We've got one more of these, so gently uncurl your body up. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, lift the heart. And you can either exhale as you go back or inhale as you go back. The choice is yours. Whoa. Take another breath, inhale, and then scoop the belly. Tilt the pelvis, shoulders down, hugging yourself in. And easing yourself into forward fold. Lovely. Now, hands are going to go towards your feet. Bend your knees if you need to, and just find forward fold here. That's it. Take 2 more breaths in your forward fold. Ease yourself up. Come gently to knees bending, and you're going to bring the hips forwards. Yeah? You're going to bring the hips forwards. And then as you bring the hips forwards here, come to the top of your mat more or less actually. Feet are flat. Hands around the shins, feet hip width apart. You're going to scoop your pelvis, lift your heels, and just roll yourself back. Whee! And roll yourself back up again. Yeah? So you're scooping the pelvis, drawing the belly in, using the core, and then rolling back up. Right. This is going to go on for a couple more, and then you're going to start to take the legs over the head so you can lengthen through the spine as you roll. So let's do 2 more just like this. So inhale, exhale, come up, and inhale, exhale, come up. Now you're going to inhale to roll down, hands go down to the floor and extend the legs behind you. You're going to come back up and you're there. So we're stretching through the vertebra as the legs go back, but we're also allowing the core to support us. We're going to do 2 more of those. So inhale, release the hands, legs go back, stretch, 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 and come back. And 1 more. Inhale, exhale, legs back, exhale, 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 draw the legs back. Now flex the feet, really press the heels. If you're not touching the floor, put your hands in the lower back. If your feet are off the floor, put your hands in the lower back. And then roll yourself down. Bring yourself up. So here, we're going to bring ourselves to face forwards once again. And just easing into the hip to let go of any emotional tension here. We bend your right knee and lift your left foot up, yeah? So you want to really feel like this part of your hip is getting a good crease as this knee draws back. So you're holding on here, and just drawing it back just to where you can, yeah? Just drawing it back, that's it, good. So you can do that a couple more times. Oh, that's nice. And then we're going to straighten this leg. So you can't see my face, hello. Yeah, and if you need to use your strap, you will, or your equivalent, and you just place it there. Sit up as tall as you can. I'm going to do this sideways so that you can see what I want you to avoid. I want you to avoid this, and I would love for you to have you up like so, okay? And you're just lifting the leg to where it can go, breathing. Now, for those who can get the head towards the knee, you're doing that, breathing, not forcing, not pushing. That's it. And then if you want to release the strap and just use your hand, breathe, and then draw the knee back once again. Try not to round and collapse. And then lift the leg up, and once again, use a strap if you need it, otherwise you're holding the heel or whatever feels good, and just drawing yourself into your center. Tendency is to push your head forwards, try not to, I'm guilty of it too. That's it, and then bend the knee. I want you to just hold it here, like so, you can push it back a bit, and just twist the body. Yes, if I'm facing forwards like you are, you're just going to twist away. Okay, great. Put the leg down. Done. Let's do the other side. So your opposite leg comes in. Bringing it in. And taking that leg to draw back. It's going to adjust my position so that you can see the leg goes back. Yeah, it goes back. And then from here, sitting up tall, using your strap if you need it, and lifting the leg. If you don't want the strap, don't, but make sure you keep the spine long, and just drawing that leg to where you can. I'm going to keep the leg as straight as it physically can. That's it. Breathe. What are you holding on to? Can you let it go with your breath? And then we're going to bend the knee, and once again, draw it in, draw it in, and then lift the leg up again. Inhale. No forcing, no pushing. That's it. And then release the leg. You're just going to ease it back and then find your twist. So I'm going to face towards you again. And it's just a twist in the opposite direction to the bent leg off the floor. That's it. And then put the foot down. Great. And as you release the flesh away from your sitting bones, have both feet flat, take the hands behind you, make sure you get enough space behind you to sit up nice and tall, and then we're going to take your left knee and just drop it in. With lots of outwards rotation, so you want to take a moment just to ease the hip inwards, yeah, and you can palpate and just do anything that feels like it needs a bit of love, a bit of nourishment, a bit of attention, don't we all? Take the foot, draw it behind you. That's it. And then here, I want you to do freestyle, what serves you here. So you can just stay here and just really enjoy this. Or you can adapt with the other foot coming in more. You can come down to the floor and just notice how it feels on the front of the thigh. Or maybe you come onto that bent knee and you just get some compression around the knee. Yeah, just noticing how it feels just to be bent. So I want you just to take a few moments just to freestyle this for what really works for you. I think I'll come down for a little bit. Ooh. Take 2 more breaths wherever you've chosen to be here. And then ease yourself out, and let's do the other side. So your right knee is going to be coming in. So we sit up tall, we've got the feet wide, okay, the feet aren't here, the feet are deliberately wide. And then the hands behind, and we just take that knee, take the foot wherever the knee can drop in easily for the hip. Notice anything that goes on, sensations, feelings, emotions. That's it. And then I want you to begin your freestyling for whatever it is that's serving you right now. So you might want to bring the heel further in and just take a moment with the front of that thigh and front of that hip. Or you might want to lean back from there. I've got a wall behind me, but if you don't, you might go all the way back if your body allows. Please don't push or force. Just know that it's limitless. You can go as far as it's possible, okay? Keep going, just finding that free space within the knees, the hips, the lower back. And then just take 2 more breaths wherever you've chosen to be. And ease yourself up. Bring the soles of your feet together. And just notice any shifts in the hip space. And come to forward fold. Release the flesh away from your sitting bones. That's the one. And then flutter in the hips. Just a gentle fluttering. And then put the hands underneath and cross your legs. Well, actually, before crossing your legs, can you come to a wide legged position? Take any action to release the pelvis here. Come forwards. Use your block if you need to. Flex the feet. And then push yourself up. Now come into a cross-legged position. And to sit up tall. Your work is done, your practice is done. Letting go in the hips, letting go in the spine, Letting go in the knees, letting go in the heart, letting go. So closing the eyes, bringing the hands to heart center, and coming back to your intention and the reason that you came onto your mat today. Why was that? I came here to serve you and to offer you a practice with joy and grace, and I sincerely hope that I've done that. Why did you come onto the mat? And so as you sit in that reason and you seal your practice, it might be that you want to continue practicing with me in this moment to close our practice together, and if that's the case, please do continue on to the next video. Otherwise, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me today, for being a part of this practice, and for honouring you and coming onto the mat by choice. Namaste.